Hey friends, Elizabeth here from Plant-Based Bride, and I'm back again with another video today for Plantmas Day 7. I can't believe we're already in the second half of Plantmas. It feels like it's been a century since I started filming these videos, but I hope you're enjoying them. I am certainly having fun doing this, even though it's a little hectic up in here. It's a little chaotic. We're managing. It's happening. So for day 7, I thought it would be fun to do something a little lighthearted, a little fun, and go through and tier rank all of my 2020 bullet journal themes. So that is what we are doing today. This is a trend that I saw just taking YouTube by storm this year, especially I feel like in the booktube community. I saw a lot of tier ranking videos, but just, all over, people have tier ranked everything under the sun. But I don't think anyone has made a video dedicated to tier ranking my bullet journal themes for 2020. So I think that makes this video unique. So if you've never seen a video like this, basically there is a website called Tier Maker where you can make your own tier ranking setup. So I uploaded pictures of my cover page for each theme throughout the year so that I can drag and drop them into the various tiers. So before we jump into it, I want to remind you that there is a giveaway happening in today's video, as there is in every Plantmas video. So make sure you watch to the end to hear more details about that. And the other thing I want to talk about right off the top is what these tiers even mean, because they're a little random. But there's a method to the madness, okay? So I decided to go with 5 tiers. I didn't want to overdo it. We only have 12 themes for the 12 months of the year. So, I didn't want to have copious numbers of tiers. Anyway, 5 tiers felt like a good number. So I started off with God tier. I feel like this is probably the most commonly used top tier for tier ranking videos. It's pretty self-explanatory. These are the best themes of the year. God tier, they are amazing. They are incredible. I am so in love with them. Even after all this time, I would go back and do them all over again. Just a big fan. The second tier, one down from God tier, is Proud Mom. You know that feeling, whether you're a mom or you've had a mom or you have felt motherly towards someone in your life, just that proud mom feeling where you're like, you know what? It may not be the best thing to have ever been made, but I am so gosh darn proud of you. That's what this tier is. It's like, not quite God tier, not the most incredible theme ever made, but I am just so proud of myself. It's like I am a proud mom of my past self. Also, dual meaning, these are themes that my actual mom was actually proud of me for making. So, yeah. The next tier is hand cramps. So this is still good. This is a good theme, or a theme I liked, but it's a theme that just destroyed my poor little baby hand. There have been a few of those this year where I just could barely grip anything after setting up my bullet journal because I just spent so many hours tightly gripping my pen or paintbrush that my hand just stopped functioning. So that's fun, but sometimes worth it. So that is the hand cramps tier. The next tier down from that is Basic Bujo Bit. And you know what I'm talking about here. These are the themes that are very commonly done in the bullet journal internet world. Not that there's anything wrong with them, not that I don't like them, not that they're not fun or whatever, but they are not the most unique. These are, pretty typical bullet journal themes. Not the most amazing thing I've ever made. Still good, just kind of basic. And the last tier, this is the only negative tier really, and it is so much regret. This is the tier for any of the themes that I just regret making. Why did I do that to myself? There's always at least one in a year that I just think back and wonder why, oh why, I decided that was a good idea. So we'll see if we have one for 2020. That is so much regret. So those are my 5 tiers. I'm just going to jump into it, dragging and dropping my themes into the tiers where I think they belong. Okay, so starting with January, which was my Art Deco theme. This was a continuation of my new bullet journal setup for 2020, which was also Art Deco inspired. I just was so excited for 2020. I had stars in my eyes. I thought, this is going to be the return of the 20s, bring back Art Deco, bring back flapper dresses, classy parties and champagne. Of course, 2020 turned out to be anything but that vision of the Roaring 20s returning, but I still did a cool Art Deco theme for January. So where does this theme go? I think this theme is going to go in Proud Mom or Hand Cramps, because those weekly spreads where I did all the intricate gold patterns destroyed my hands. This is tough. I made this tier ranking system and I made it hard for myself. I think I think we go with hand cramps just because all the repetitive, intricate patterns and the geometric patterns where I was being really careful with a ruler or my circle template, trying to make everything even was so tedious and my hand felt like it was about to fall off. So I still loved that theme, but hand cramps galore. Okay, next up we have February, which was my Art Nouveau theme. That cover page self-portrait was just like, oh my God, it was so hard. I may have had a mini breakdown over trying to make that happen. I think I'm gonna put this one in Proud Mom. I feel like both my own motherly side and my actual mom were proud of me for facing my fear of painting actual human faces and just going for it. And I really liked how that theme turned out. I was proud of myself. My legit mom was proud of me. Proud mom. That's it. Okay. So next we have March. And for March, I did sort of a gold and green theme. It was like green leaves with gold geometric shapes, mostly circles and arches and things. Some people said this reminded them of ancient Greece, like it was laurels, which is kind of cool. I liked this theme a lot. I realized after I made it that the specific shades of green I chose, along with the gold, did not show up very well on camera. So I feel like this theme didn't translate well on video or in photos, which kind of sucked. I feel like it looks a lot nicer in person, which is kind of a struggle in general with gold. It can be really hard to capture the full effect of gold on a spread in a photo, especially, and also in video. So anyway, I still really liked this theme, but I gotta say, it's kind of basic. Not in a bad way. Again, I still liked it a lot, but I feel like it's not the most unique theme I've ever done. I just feel like I've seen people do variations on this theme so many times, and it just wasn't my most unique standout moment of the year. So I liked that theme, but I was being a bit of a basic Bujo bit. All right, moving on to April. This one, oh my God, this one was the weirdest combination of things. I decided I wanted to do a theme that was classic art and sculptures mixed with space and stars. And this is the theme that poured out of my brain, and I freaking love it. This theme still makes my heart pitter patter when I see pictures of it. I'm just so excited about it. I love it so much. I kind of want to revisit it and make even more spreads that follow in this theme. It was really hard. It was very time consuming, but I freaking loved it. So this theme, my April theme, is gonna go in God tier. It just couldn't go anywhere else. I love this theme so much. God tier for sure. And following up after that, we have May, which honestly may be another God tier. So this one is like a slightly abstract desert theme with suns and moons and the different shades of yellow and orange and tan and all these sorts of, there's rusty red on some of the spreads. I love this theme. First of all, I just love this art style in general, a really abstract, geometric sort of art style. I also love the color scheme of this theme, as you can see right now with my hair and my lipstick and my sweater and my nails and then like my background. I love these kinds of warm tones, oranges and yellows and browns and rusty reds and all that stuff. So I really love this theme. It definitely has a little bit of a basic quality to it because I know that this is a really common art style and lots of people have done themes inspired by this kind of art style, but I feel like I just love it so freaking much that I think I have to put it in God tier. I would feel wrong putting it anywhere else. It just would not feel right to put it anywhere else. It has to be in God tier there. 2 God tiers back to back. It can only go downhill from here. But I freaking love my May theme, so God tier for sure. Okay, next up we have June, and for this theme, I want to do something a little bit simpler. I say simpler, and it was still a theme that took me forever to make, but I wanted to do something a little more minimalist. So I went with a capital serif font in gold with these black line art botanical drawings in and around them. I really like how this turned out. I think it's really pretty. It's really minimalist. It sort of stands out in its simplicity while still having all those little details, especially in the botanical drawing aspects. But I gotta be honest, I feel like this is a pretty basic theme. I feel like so many people make bullet journal themes where they use some kind of a serif font and flowers. It's not revolutionary, okay? This is not a groundbreaking theme. I did like it a lot. I still like it, but it was kind of basic. So June, basic, Bujo, bit. That's me. Okay, moving on to July, where I decided to do a marble theme because apparently I have a death wish. So I don't know why I decided to do a marble theme. I do not know. This was such a hard theme. I could not figure out how to make my paint on a page look like marble. It was the biggest struggle of my whole life. And you know, I learned a lot. I liked aspects of that setup. There were parts of it that I was a fan of, but to be honest, just so much regret. Why did I do it to myself? I don't freaking know. I was so scared to do it because I knew it was going to be hard, but for better or for worse, my approach to themes is to just pick an idea out of the air and then let future me worry about figuring out how to make that actually happen. And I did the same thing with marble. I was like, you know what? On the day, I'll figure it out. I'm sure it'll work. And then on the day, it did not work out. It was so hard. And I was really hard on myself for that theme. I was not happy with it. And it took time for it to kind of grow on me. But you know, I just don't know why I did that to myself. I have regret. I put myself through a lot of pain in July. Okay, next up we have August. And for August, we did a Leo theme because I'm a Leo, born in August. Wanted to celebrate my Leo brothers and sisters and non-binary pals. And this was a fun theme. I really liked it. I was really, really happy with how a few of the spreads especially turned out, but it's also maybe not the most unique. Lots of people do spreads that have stars and constellations. You know, the dark blue and the gold is a pretty common color combination, I feel, even though I'm not sure it's one that I've ever done specifically. I'd also already done a star sky sort of theme earlier in the year with April, so it wasn't the most unique in general, or even for my year of themes, but I still really liked this one, and it was close to my heart because it was all about Leos and how great we are. I'm kidding, by the way. I'm kidding. I'm not that egotistical. Anyway, but I really liked this theme. I thought it turned out well. I liked it. I was proud of myself for how it turned out. My actual real mom was also proud of how that one turned out. So I think that one has to go into Proud Mom. Okay, next we have September, and for September I did sort of a foggy evergreen forest theme, I guess, like a woodland theme, and also kind of sort of a Shrek theme apparently, because everyone thought that the green S on the cover meant it was a Shrek theme, which I don't mean to disappoint any of you, but I probably will never do a Shrek theme. Just saying. But anyway, I really liked how this one turned out. I love a good green theme, and I prefer the greens that I chose for this one over the greens that I selected back in March. The darker greens, and they're a little more on the olive side, which are just more my vibe. Yeah, I really liked how this theme turned out. I don't know if I would say it is God tier, though I feel like that painting I did for the quote page was a really tough one, and I was so happy with how it turned out. But I think this one is going to go in Proud Mom as well. I really liked that theme. I was really happy with how it turned out. There were no spreads that felt like duds to me that I really disliked. It wasn't any more hand crampy than my average theme. So yeah, I think that one goes in Proud Mom. Okay, next up we have October, which was my vintage anatomical drawings inspired theme. So drawing various organs and bones in the style of my 100-year-old encyclopedia that I have, with the little, you know, annotations for different areas, like it's in an old medical textbook kind of vibe. I really, really liked this theme. This theme was so freaking hard to do. It was a serious challenge, but I loved it. And I'm honestly not sure where to put this, because on the one hand, I kind of want to put it in God tier, but on the other hand, it really deserves to belong in hand cramps, because holy shit, my hand was a mess after this setup. Not even funny. Actually, it is kind of funny because I said at the start of it that I was trying to do a simpler theme that wouldn't take me so long to do and would be a little easier on me, and then I picked this theme, so joke's on me, I guess. But, I don't know. It did give me hand cramps, but I kind of feel God tier-y about it, you know? Like, it's special to my heart. I feel very proud of it. This is hard. Okay, the thing is, too, that all my themes kind of feel like my children, and trying to rank them is kind of painful. Okay, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna regret it. Okay, it goes in both hand cramps and God tier. I'm gonna put it in God tier though, because I really like that theme. I might change my mind. We'll see. Okay, next up we have November, which was my vintage books theme, sort of cozy books theme. So I did that painting for the cover page, and then did the pages with the book background and the craft paper, and then my weekly spread was like a book within a book. And it was the first time I ever cut pages of my bullet journal, which was a big deal. So I feel like this one has to go in Proud Mom. I honestly was really proud of myself for overcoming my hesitation about cutting pages in my bullet journal. I don't know what it was that made me so resistant to the idea. It really stressed me out. But once I did it in November, it was like the floodgates opened and all I wanted to do was cut the pages of my bullet journal in a million different ways. So I'm proud of myself for, stepping outside my comfort zone, doing something that scared me, and for it working out and opening up my bullet journal horizons going forward. So yeah, proud mom. It was a proud mom moment, I think. Okay, so we have come to the last theme of the year, which is December. And for December, I decided to do a good night 2020, moonrise on 2020 sort of theme. So I did a watercolor painting on the cover page that was inspired by a book that I'm reading, Les Fiancés de l'Hiver by Christelle Darbo, which is a French YA novel. It'll be linked in the description box if you want to learn more about it. But that was the cover page. And then I did sort of a gradient sunset sort of moonrise vibe and included a couple quotes about the moon persevering and, still being inspirational even when it's not full. There was a lot of reflection about what 2020 has been and what it's meant to me and what we've learned. And I really like this theme. I feel like I have less perspective on this one because it's the theme I'm currently using. It's the most recent one that I made of all of these, obviously. I think it should go in proud mom. It wasn't an overly hand crampy, although that tiny little bear, the wee bear, that was a hand cramp moment, I gotta say. But for the most part, it wasn't necessarily hand crampy so much, but I feel like it was a proud moment. I'm proud of myself for being able to have a little bit of perspective on what this year has been, because it's been a lot, for all of us. Okay, so I'm not gonna overthink it. I'm not gonna let myself move them around and change my mind, because then we'd be here all day. But this is my final ranking. So in God tier, we have April, May, and October. In Proud Mom, we have February, August, September, November, and December. In Hand Cramps, we have January. In Basic Bujo Bit, we have March and June. And in So Much Regret, my little lonesome July, where we tried so hard and, whether we achieved it is still up for debate. So those are my themes of 2020. That's how I would rank them. I am really curious to know how you would rank them. If you want to tell me your ranking for all of them, go ahead. If that's too much effort for you, which I get it. I just want to know which of my 2020 themes you would put in God tier. Do you agree with me? Would you also put April, May, and October in God tier? Would you pick completely different themes? Would you not put any of my themes in God tier? Which, rude, but fair. You are free to have your own opinion. Let me know. I'm really curious. And maybe don't tell me which of my themes you would put in So Much Regret, because I don't know if I can handle that kind of pain. It's been a hard enough year already. Okay, so let's keep it positive in the comments. And now that we've reached the end of this fun little video, let's talk about today's giveaway. So for today, Plantmas Day 7, I'm giving away a notebook from Scribble and Dot. So one winner will be winning the notebook of their choice from Scribble and Dot. So you can check out their website and pick out whichever notebook appeals to you most. I picked out this green velvet cover with a gold monstera leaf on the front. 10 out of 10, would recommend. Love this cover so much. Check out the description box for all the rules so you know exactly how to enter. Also, let me know if you want me to do one of my notebook overviews and pen tests for the Scribble and Dot notebook. It is 160 GSM and I just got it in the mail, so I haven't had a chance to test it out yet, but I am super curious. So let me know if you'd want to see a video on that, because I can do that for you. So yes, that is Plantmas Day 7. Good luck if you're entering the giveaway. I hope you enjoyed this silly ranking video. Just a good time, lighthearted, poke fun at myself, take a walk down memory lane of all our themes of 2020. And with that, I'm going to get going. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you tomorrow for Plantmas Day 8. Bye, friends. I do want to take a moment to thank my patrons for their support before I go. These are all of their lovely names. If you want to join us in the squad, feel free. There's a link in the card and in the description box down below.